Last week, I joined what is apparently called the Funnel Club with my TARDIS bowl. So, because I did love how this was turning out, I was actually taking one last pass because I was finally getting good cuts with the bull gouge for the first time. And that's how I punched out my middle. So now I have to redesign this into something else. Everybody said, seal off the bottom, pour resin in it, and be done. Well, I'm out of resin at the moment, so I'm thinking I'm going to attempt to make a pedestal for this and make it a small pedestal bowl. I have this piece of Purple Heart left over from my very first turning when I made the Easter egg, but I have to be careful. In the bottom of this, I broke a screw, and I cannot get that out of there for the life of me, so I cannot make this end of it much smaller than it is now without running into problems. I could go a little smaller if I had to, but I'm thinking I will just put it in my chuck like this and turn this piece into the pedestal. It might look a little bottom heavy for the size of the dish, but at least I won't have it tipping over, hopefully. Now I need to find out if it will fit in my chuck. I put on my biggest jaws. It seems like it's gonna fit. Let's find out. Yes, it fits. This will also be my first time turning with a tenon instead of a mortise. I do need to measure how wide I need this. Old school. All right. Oh, I went a little too small. that up because I did put tongue oil on it before, and I want it to be able to stick here with the glue. I'm gonna go. Don't tell me you don't fit now. You fit a minute ago. Like that. Let that dry for a while so that I can finish out the middle, finish sanding, and put finish on it. Right now, it just needs to dry. I read this little thing up just to keep pressure on it so that I can continue sanding at the base. Obviously, I'm going to have to move camera to keep pressure on this while it finishes drying. It's been a while, but I want to be sure. I just put a board across it with the pressure from my tailstock. That's holding this top on super tight. Everything's fine, and that way I can continue sanding on the pedestal and even put the finish on the outside while I'm waiting for this to dry enough for me to turn that little middle bit down to level. So that's what I'm going to do now. Always, because I do everything at the last minute, I'm time crunched today, so I'm going to try and turn this center now, even though I've only given it about an hour to dry. I do have the heater aimed at it, so let's hope I don't explode it. We'll see what happens.